Hello everyone, welcome back to my English Literature MCQs quiz series. My name is Syed Mohsen Raza Rizvi. Today we will continue our topic from the Old English period, also known as the Anglo-Saxon period, which lasted from 450 to 1066. In this video, we will focus on an important form of Old English prose, homilies. We will solve important MCQs related to Old English homilies, their religious purpose, moral teachings, Christian themes, sermons, and important writers such as Alfric and Wulfstan. So, stay focused, read each question carefully, and let's begin today's quiz. Question 1. What is a homily in the context of Old English literature? Option A. A heroic poem recited at feasts. Option B. A chronicle of royal genealogy. Option C. A sermon or religious discourse intended for moral instruction. Option D. A legal document recording land grants. Correct answer is option C. A sermon or religious discourse intended for moral instruction. Question 2. Who is considered the most prolific and accomplished Old English homilist? Option A. Cynewulf. Option B. Cadman. Option C. King Alfred. Option D. Alfric of Eynsham. Correct answer is option D. Alfric of Eynsham. Question 3. Wulfstan's most famous homily is known as option A. Sermo Lupi ad Anglos.
Option B. De temporibus anni.
Option C. Pastoral Care. Option D. Genesis B. Correct answer is option A. Sermo Lupi ad Anglos. Question 4. The Blickling homilies are preserved in a manuscript now housed in option A. The British Library. Option B. The Bodleian Library. Option C. Princeton University Library, formerly Blickling Hall. Option D. The Vatican Library. Correct answer is option C. Princeton University Library, formerly Blickling Hall. Question 5. Alfric composed his Catholic homilies in approximately option A. 750 to 760 AD. Option B. 990 to 992 AD. Option C. 890 to 900 AD. Option D. 1050 to 1060 AD. Correct answer is option B. 990 to 992 AD. Question 6. The Vercelli homilies are found in option A. The Vercelli Book. Option B. The Exeter Book. Option C. The Junius Manuscript. Option D. The Noel Codex. Correct answer is option A. The Vercelli Book. Question 7. How many series of Catholic homilies did Alfric produce? Option A 1. Option B 3. Option C 2. Option D 4. Correct answer is option C 2. Question 8. The Sermo Lupi ad Anglos addresses which historical crisis? Option A. The Danish invasions and moral decay of the English. Option B. The Roman withdrawal from Britain. Option C. The Norman conquest. Option D. The Synod of Whitby. Correct answer is option A. The Danish invasions and moral decay of the English. Question 9. Alfric was a monk and later abbot associated with which monastery? Option A. Lindisfarne. Option B. Cernabas and later Eynsham. Option C. Whitby. Option D. Jarrow. Correct answer is option B. Cernabas and later Eynsham. Question 10. The Blickling homilies date from approximately option A. The early 8th century. Option B. The mid-7th century. Option C. The late 10th century circa 971. Option D. The early 12th century. Correct answer is option C, the late 10th century circa 971. Question 11. Ælfric's distinctive prose style is often described as option A, strictly metrical like verse, option B, plain and unadorned, option C, alliterative and rhythmical, option D, Latinate and periodic. Correct answer is option C, alliterative and rhythmical. Question 12. Wulfstan held the archbishopric of which English city? Option A, York, option B, Canterbury, option C, Winchester, option D, London. Correct answer is option A, York. Question 13. Ælfric's primary Latin source for his Catholic homilies was option A, Virgil's Aeneid, option B, works of the Church Fathers, especially Augustine and Gregory the Great.
Option C, Julius Césarès de Bello Gallico.
Option D, Ovid's Metamorphoses. Correct answer is option B, works of the Church Fathers, especially Augustine and Gregory the Great. Question 14. The word lupi in Sermo lupi ad Anglos refers to option A, a literal wolf threatening England, option B, Wulfstan's pen name a Latinization of wolf, option C, the devil in wolf's clothing, option D, a Viking chieftain. Correct answer is option B, Wulfstan's pen name a Latinization of wolf. Question 15. The Vercelli book is currently located in option A, London, England, option B, Paris, France, option C, Vercelli, Italy, option D, Dublin, Ireland. Correct answer is option C, Vercelli, Italy. Question 16. How many homilies are contained in the Blickling collection? Option A, 5. Option B, 12. Option C, 19. Option D, 30. Correct answer is option C, 19. Question 17. Ælfric's Lives of Saints is primarily composed in option A, Latin hexameters, option B, alliterative rhythmical prose, option C, standard Old English prose, option D, French verse. Correct answer is option B, alliterative rhythmical prose. Question 18. Which king's educational reforms laid the groundwork for the later flourishing of Old English homiletic prose? Option A, King Alfred the Great. Option B, King Athelstan. Option C, King Nut. Option D, King Athelred. Correct answer is option A, King Alfred the Great. Question 19. The Benedictine reform movement of the 10th century was crucial to Old English homily production because it, option A, banned all vernacular writing. Option B, revitalized monastic learning and encouraged vernacular religious instruction. Option C, introduced Norse mythology into sermons. Option D, replaced Latin entirely in church services. Correct answer is option B, revitalized monastic learning and encouraged vernacular religious instruction. Question 20. Who was Ælfric's teacher and mentor at Winchester? Option A, Dunstan. Option B, Oswald. Option C, Athelwold. Option D, Bede. Correct answer is option C, Athelwold. Question 21. The Sermo lupi ad Anglos was probably first delivered around option A, 870 AD, option B, 950 AD, option C, 1014 AD, option D, 1066 AD. Correct answer is option C, 1014 AD. Question 22. Which rhetorical device does Wulfstan employ extensively in his homilies? Option A, extended metaphor and allegory. Option B, Socratic questioning. Option C, intensification through repetition, listing, and two-stress phrases. Option D, elaborate extended similes. Correct answer is option C, intensification through repetition, listing, and two-stress phrases. Question 23. Ælfric wrote his homilies primarily for the use of option A, the royal court. Option B, parish priests who needed vernacular sermons for their congregations. Option C, secular entertainment. Option D, university students. Correct answer is option B, parish priests who needed vernacular sermons for their congregations. Question 24. The Vercelli book contains how many prose homilies? Option A, 6. Option B, 23. Option C, 15. Option D, 40. Correct answer is option B, 23. Question 25. In his Catholic homilies, Ælfric organized his sermons according to option A, the liturgical calendar, the church year. Option B, alphabetical order of biblical books. Option C, the ages of man. Option D, the 7 deadly sins. Correct answer is option A, the liturgical calendar, the church year. Question 26. Which Latin author's homilies did Ælfric draw upon most heavily? Option A, Cicero. Option B, Seneca. Option C, Pope Gregory the Great. Option D, Boethius. Correct answer is option C, Pope Gregory the Great. Question 27. The term Catholic in Ælfric's Catholic homilies means option A, Roman Catholic as opposed to Protestant. Option B, secretive or hidden. Option C, universal or orthodox. Option D, translated from Greek. Correct answer is option C, universal or orthodox. Question 28. Wulfstan also served simultaneously as bishop of which diocese alongside his archbishopric? Option A, Worcester. Option B, Durham. Option C, London. Option D, Bath. Correct answer is option A, Worcester. Question 29. The Blickling homilies are named after option A, their anonymous author's nickname. Option B, a village in Denmark. Option C, an Old English word for preaching. Option D, Blickling Hall in Norfolk where the manuscript was kept. Correct answer is option D, Blickling Hall in Norfolk where the manuscript was kept. Question 30. A prominent theme in the Blickling homilies is option A, courtly love. Option B, eschatology and the Last Judgment. Option C, secular law and governance. Option D, military strategy. Correct answer is option B, eschatology and the Last Judgment. Question 31. Ælfric's prose style differs from Wulfstan's mainly in that Ælfric's is option A, more emotional and rhetorical. Option B, entirely in Latin. Option C, more measured, learned, and balanced. Option D, exclusively poetic. Correct answer is option C, more measured, learned, and balanced. Question 32. Which of the following is not a source Ælfric used for his homilies? Option A, Beowulf. Option B, Augustine's sermons. Option C, Bede's commentaries. Option D, Gregory's Homiliae in Evangelia. Correct answer is option A, Beowulf. Question 33. The Vercelli book is classified as option A, a poetic codex only. Option B, a legal document collection. Option C, a mixed codex containing both prose homilies and poetry. Option D, a medical text. Correct answer is option C, a mixed codex containing both prose homilies and poetry. Question 34. Wulfstan's characteristic prose rhythm is sometimes called option A, heroic couplets, option B, Wulfstan's cadence or the Wulfstan rhythm, option C, free verse, option D, Sapphic meter. Correct answer is option B, Wulfstan's cadence or the Wulfstan rhythm. Question 35. Ælfric dedicated the first series of his Catholic homilies to option A, Archbishop Sigeric of Canterbury, option B, King Athelred, option C, Pope Gregory, option D, Bishop Athelwold. Correct answer is option A, Archbishop Sigeric of Canterbury. Question 36. In Sermo Lupi ad Anglos, Wulfstan attributes England's suffering to option A, bad harvests and natural disasters, option B, the people's sins and moral corruption, option C, insufficient military spending, option D, foreign trade disputes. Correct answer is option B, the people's sins and moral corruption. Question 37. Old English homilies were primarily intended to be option A, read silently in private, option B, performed as dramatic plays, option C, read aloud to congregations during church services, option D, sent as letters to Rome. Correct answer is option C, read aloud to congregations during church services. Question 38. Which of the following best describes the difference between a homily and a sermon in Old English usage? Option A. They are entirely different genres with no overlap. Option B. A homily typically expounds a biblical passage line by line, while a sermon treats a theme more freely, though the terms overlap in Old English. Option C. A homily is always in verse. Option D. A sermon is always in Latin. Correct answer is option B. A homily typically expounds a biblical passage line by line, while a sermon treats a theme more freely, though the terms overlap in Old English. Question 39. The Benedictine reform was led by three major churchmen. Which of the following was not one of them? Option A, Dunstan. Option B, Alcuin. Option C, Athelwold. Option D, Oswald. Correct answer is option B, Alcuin. Question 40. Ælfric's De Temporibus Anni is a treatise on option A, natural science and Computus the reckoning of time. Option B, music theory. Option C, military strategy. Option D, architecture. Correct answer is option A, natural science and Computus the reckoning of time. Question 41. Wulfstan used the pen name Lupus, which is Latin for option A, light, option B, shepherd, option C, wolf, option D, lamb. Correct answer is option C, wolf. Question 42. Which manuscript contains the Blickling homilies? Option A, MS Cotton Vitellius 8.15. Option B, MS Junius 11. Option C, MS Shade 71 Princeton. Option D, MS Exeter 3501. Correct answer is option C, MS Shade 71 Princeton. Question 43. Ælfric's homilies are important linguistically because they option A, provide extensive examples of late West Saxon dialect. Option B, were written in Norse. Option C, were composed entirely in Mercian dialect. Option D, contain no grammar at all. Correct answer is option A, provide extensive examples of late West Saxon dialect. Question 44. In his preface to the Catholic Homilies, Alfric expresses concern about Option A, the cost of parchment. Option B, heretical and inaccurate religious texts circulating in English. Option C, Viking shipbuilding techniques. Option D, the lack of interest in poetry. Correct answer is option B, heretical and inaccurate religious texts circulating in English. Question 45. The Blickling homily on the harrowing of hell contains a famous description of Option A, a monstrous landscape resembling elements later found in Beowulf criticism. Option B, a battlefield. Option C, a royal feast. Option D, a sea voyage. Correct answer is option A, a monstrous landscape resembling elements later found in Beowulf criticism. Question 46. Which Blickling homily is notable for its vivid depiction of the fate of the damned, including a description of a desolate landscape with frost-covered cliffs? Option A, Homily I. Option B, Homily 7. Option C, Homily 16 or 17 on St. Michael. Option D, Homily 3. Correct answer is option C, Homily 16 or 17 on St. Michael. Question 47. Alfric distinguished between the Eucharist as the spiritual body of Christ and the literal body, a position that was Option A, standard Catholic doctrine of the time with no controversy. Option B, borrowed directly from Islamic theology. Option C, somewhat unusual and later attracted Protestant reformers' attention. Option D, condemned immediately by the Pope. Correct answer is option C, somewhat unusual and later attracted Protestant reformers' attention. Question 48. Wulfstan was active as a homilist during whose reigns? Option A, Alfred the Great. Option B, William the Conqueror. Option C, Athelred the Unready and Nut. Option D, Edward the Confessor only. Correct answer is option C, Athelred the Unready and Nut. Question 49. The anonymous homilies of Old English are significant because Option A, they are all forgeries. Option B, they show homily writing was widespread, not limited to a few known authors. Option C, they were composed in French. Option D, they contain only secular material. Correct answer is option B, they show homily writing was widespread, not limited to a few known authors. Question 50. Alfric's grammar and glossary were written to help. Option A, Vikings learn Norse. Option B, English students learn Latin. Option C, French nobles learn English. Option D, Irish monks learn Greek. Correct answer is option B, English students learn Latin. Question 51. Which of the following describes the structure of Alfric's first series of Catholic homilies? Option A, 5 homilies for Easter only. Option B, 40 homilies covering the temporal and sanctoral cycles of the church year. Option C, 100 homilies on the 10 Commandments. Option D, 7 homilies on the 7 sacraments. Correct answer is option B, 40 homilies covering the temporal and sanctoral cycles of the church year. Question 52. Wulfstan's homiletic style is often compared to that of a Option A, quiet philosopher. Option B, comic storyteller. Option C, fiery Old Testament prophet. Option D, scientific lecturer. Correct answer is option C, fiery Old Testament prophet. Question 53. Alfric's colloquy is notable for Option A, being a homily about marriage. Option B, being an educational dialogue depicting various occupations in Anglo-Saxon society. Option C, being a war poem. Option D, being a prayer book. Correct answer is option B, being an educational dialogue depicting various occupations in Anglo-Saxon society. Question 54. In Sermo Lupi, Wolfston lists which group as a key source of England's moral decline? Option A, foreign merchants. Option B, treacherous thanes and lawbreakers who betray their lords. Option C, monks who write too many books. Option D, women who refuse to marry. Correct answer is option B, treacherous thanes and lawbreakers who betray their lords. Question 55. The Old English period's homiletic prose tradition effectively ends with option A, the death of Bede in 735. Option B, the fall of Rome in 476. Option C, the Norman conquest in 1066. Option D, the conversion of the Danes in 960. Correct answer is option C, the Norman conquest in 1066. Question 56. Ælfric wrote a series of pastoral letters for which bishop? Option A, Bishop Wulfstan. Option B, Bishop Wulfsige of Sherborne. Option C, Bishop Augustine of Canterbury. Option D, Bishop Paulinus. Correct answer is option B, Bishop Wulfsige of Sherborne. Question 57. The Vercelli homilies are generally considered option A, exclusively the work of Ælfric. Option B, anonymous compilations, likely by multiple authors. Option C, written by Wulfstan. Option D, translations from French. Correct answer is option B, anonymous compilations, likely by multiple authors. Question 58. Which patristic writer's moralia in Job influenced Old English homilists significantly? Option A, Tertullian. Option B, Pope Gregory the Great. Option C, Origen. Option D, John Chrysostom. Correct answer is option B, Pope Gregory the Great. Question 59. Ælfric argued that which three estates made up a properly functioning Christian society? Option A, labrators workers, bellators warriors, orators those who pray. Option B, kings, merchants, farmers. Option C, men, women, children. Option D, slaves, freemen, nobles. Correct answer is option A, labrators workers, bellators warriors, orators those who pray. Question 60. The Sermo Lupi ad Anglos survives in how many manuscript versions? Option A 1. Option B 10. Option C 3, with the EI version usually considered the latest fullest. Option D, none, it survives only in fragments. Correct answer is option C, 3, with the EI version usually considered the latest fullest. Question 61. The Blickling homily for Easter describes option A, a military campaign. Option B, Christ's resurrection and harrowing of hell. Option C, a royal coronation. Option D, the building of a church. Correct answer is option B, Christ's resurrection and harrowing of hell. Question 62. Which literary technique does Ælfric borrow from Old English poetry for his rhythmical prose? Option A, rhyming couplets. Option B, alliteration linking paired half-lines. Option C, kennings exclusively. Option D, heroic boasting. Correct answer is option B, alliteration linking paired half-lines. Question 63. The Vercelli book dates from approximately option A, the second half of the 10th century. Option B, the late 7th century. Option C, the early 13th century. Option D, the 5th century. Correct answer is option A, the second half of the 10th century. Question 64. Wulfstan's legal codes, drafted for King Athelred and later Nut, share stylistic features with Option A. Norse sagas, Option B. Classical Greek drama, Option C. His homilies, Option D. French fabliaux. Correct answer is Option C. His homilies. Question 65. Ælfric explicitly warned against Option A. Translating the Bible into English under any circumstances. Option B. The apocryphal and doctrinally dubious texts circulating in the vernacular. Option C. All forms of secular learning. Option D. Reading Gregory the Great. Correct answer is Option B. The apocryphal and doctrinally dubious texts circulating in the vernacular. Question 66. In Old English usage, the word Godspell refers to Option A. A magic spell. Option B. The gospel, literally good news tidings. Option C. A funeral rite. Option D. A type of charm. Correct answer is Option B. The gospel, literally good news tidings. Question 67. Which of the following is a feature of Wulfstan's prose not typically found in Ælfric's? Option A. Careful theological nuance. Option B. Intensifying adverbs and piling up of near-synonymous phrases for emotional effect. Option C. Close adherence to Latin originals. Option D. Detailed allegory. Correct answer is Option B. Intensifying adverbs and piling up of near-synonymous phrases for emotional effect. Question 68. The Institutes of Polity is a political treatise by Option A. Ælfric, Option B. Wulfstan, Option C. Bede, Option D. King Alfred. Correct answer is Option B. Wulfstan. Question 69. Ælfric's second series of Catholic homilies was dedicated to Option A. Archbishop Sigeric, Option B. Queen Emma, Option C. Ethelwerd, an alderman, Option D. Pope Sylvester II. Correct answer is Option C. Ethelwerd, an alderman. Question 70. The Old English homiletic tradition drew most heavily on which language's theological writings? Option A. Greek. Option B. Hebrew. Option C. Latin. Option D. Norse. Correct answer is Option C. Latin. Question 71. The Rogatiantide homilies by Ælfric were composed for which liturgical occasion? Option A. Christmas. Option B. The 3 days before Ascension Thursday, involving prayer and fasting. Option C. Good Friday exclusively. Option D. The Feast of All Saints. Correct answer is Option B. The 3 days before Ascension Thursday, involving prayer and fasting. Question 72. Which Vercelli homily contains an analogue to the Dream of the Rood? Option A. Vercelli Homily I. Option B. Vercelli Homily X. Option C. Vercelli Homily V. Option D. Vercelli Homily XEI, or the poem itself in the Codex. Correct answer is Option A. Vercelli Homily I. Question 73. Ælfric is sometimes called the Option A. Grammarian, or the greatest prose writer of the Old English period. Option B. Father of English poetry. Option C. First English novelist. Option D. Bard of Winchester. Correct answer is Option A. Grammarian, or the greatest prose writer of the Old English period. Question 74. The Blickling homilies language suggests they were composed in which dialect region? Option A. West Saxon. Option B. Kentish. Option C. Anglian, possibly Mercian. Option D. Northumbrian exclusively. Correct answer is Option C. Anglian, possibly Mercian. Question 75. Wolfston's Sermo Lupi draws a parallel between England's suffering and Option A, the fall of Troy. Option B, the fall of the Britons as described by Gildas. Option C, the Trojan War. Option D, the siege of Jerusalem by Babylon. Correct answer is option B, the fall of the Britons as described by Gildas. Question 76. Which of the following is not a surviving collection of Old English homilies? Option A, the Blickling Homilies. Option B, the Glastonbury Homilies. Option C, the Vercelli Homilies. Option D, Alfric's Catholic Homilies. Correct answer is option B, the Glastonbury Homilies. Question 77. Alfric's Lives of Saints differs from his Catholic homilies primarily in Option A, being written in Latin. Option B, focusing on saints' festivals not covered in the Catholic homilies, and being more explicitly composed in alliterative rhythmical prose. Option C, being written for children. Option D, containing only secular stories. Correct answer is option B, focusing on saints' festivals not covered in the Catholic homilies, and being more explicitly composed in alliterative rhythmical prose. Question 78. The 10th century Benedictine reform originated primarily at which monastery? Option A, Lindisfarne. Option B, Iona. Option C, Glastonbury under Dunstan. Option D, Malmesbury. Correct answer is option C, Glastonbury under Dunstan. Question 79. Wolfston died in approximately Option A, 950 AD. Option B, 1023 AD. Option C, 1066 AD. Option D, 890 AD. Correct answer is option B, 1023 AD. Question 80. Old English homilists typically structured their sermons by Option A, reading a biblical passage, the pericope, and then expounding it. Option B, telling humorous anecdotes. Option C, conducting debates with audience members. Option D, singing hymns only. Correct answer is option A, reading a biblical passage, the pericope, and then expounding it. Question 81. Alfric's letter to Sigeward, known as On the Old and New Testament, is Option A, a brief poem. Option B, a summary of biblical history and narrative in Old English prose. Option C, a legal charter. Option D, a cookbook. Correct answer is option B, a summary of biblical history and narrative in Old English prose. Question 82. The presence of the Vercelli book in Italy is most likely explained by Option A, it was stolen by the French. Option B, Italian monks composed it. Option C, an English pilgrim or traveler left it there, possibly on the route to Rome. Option D, it was a diplomatic gift from William the Conqueror. Correct answer is option C, an English pilgrim or traveler left it there, possibly on the route to Rome. Question 83. Alfric's treatment of the doctrine of transubstantiation was Option A, fully in line with later medieval Catholic dogma. Option B, nuanced, emphasizing a spiritual rather than crudely physical change, which later reformers cited. Option C, completely heretical by all standards. Option D, never addressed in any of his writings. Correct answer is option B, nuanced, emphasizing a spiritual rather than crudely physical change, which later reformers cited. Question 84. Which of the following does Wolfston not address in Sermo Lupi? Option A, the breaking of oaths. Option B, the correct computation of Easter. Option C, the selling of Christians into slavery. Option D, the failure of kinship bonds. Correct answer is option B, the correct computation of Easter. Question 85. The temporale in Ælfric's Catholic homilies refers to option A, homilies arranged by temperature. Option B, secular chronicles. Option C, homilies arranged according to the movable feasts of the church year Sundays, Easter cycle, etc. Option D, temporal punishments in hell. Correct answer is option C, homilies arranged according to the movable feasts of the church year Sundays, Easter cycle, etc. Question 86. The sanctarale in Ælfric's Catholic homilies refers to option A, homilies arranged for the fixed feast days of saints. Option B, homilies on holy relics. Option C, a list of sins. Option D, instructions for building churches. Correct answer is option A, homilies arranged for the fixed feast days of saints. Question 87. In terms of audience, Wulfstan's homilies were aimed primarily at option A, monastic communities only. Option B, foreign diplomats. Option C, a lay national audience, the English people as a whole. Option D, children in monastery schools. Correct answer is option C, a lay national audience, the English people as a whole. Question 88. Which council's canons did Wulfstan help draft? Option A, the Council of Nicaea. Option B, the Councils of Enum 1008 and other English councils. Option C, the Council of Trent. Option D, the Fourth Lateran Council. Correct answer is option B, the Councils of Enum 1008 and other English councils. Question 89. Ælfric's Hexameron is a treatise on option A, military strategy. Option B, the 6 ages of man. Option C, the 6 days of creation. Option D, hexameter poetry. Correct answer is option C, the 6 days of creation. Question 90. The term homiliary refers to option A, a type of monastery. Option B, a homily about the home. Option C, a collection of homilies organized for liturgical use. Option D, a school for preachers. Correct answer is option C, a collection of homilies organized for liturgical use. Question 91. Paul the Deacon's homiliary was an important source for option A, Wulfstan's legal codes. Option B, many Old English homilists, including compilers of the anonymous collections. Option C, Norse sagas. Option D, the Anglo-Saxon Chronicle. Correct answer is option B, many Old English homilists, including compilers of the anonymous collections. Question 92. Ælfric's prose is significant in the history of English because option A, it represents the highest achievement of Old English literary prose and influenced the transition to early Middle English styles. Option B, it is the first prose written in any Germanic language. Option C, it was the only prose written before 1500. Option D, it was composed in French and translated into English. Correct answer is option A. It represents the highest achievement of Old English literary prose and influenced the transition to early Middle English styles. Question 93. How does Ælfric typically handle apocryphal material in his homilies? Option A, he embraces it enthusiastically. Option B, he rejects or qualifies it, preferring orthodox patristic sources. Option C, he never encounters it. Option D, he translates it from Greek without comment. Correct answer is option B, he rejects or qualifies it, preferring orthodox patristic sources. Question 94. Wolfston's so-called commonplace book MS Copenhagen. Congelage Bibliothek contains Option A. His personal diary. Option B. Recipes and medical remedies. Option C. Extracts, legal texts, homiletic material, and notes reflecting his working methods. Option D. Norse poetry. Correct answer is option C. Extracts, legal texts, homiletic material, and notes reflecting his working methods. Question 95. The phrase Leofan men, dear people, beloved ones, common in Old English homilies, typically signals Option A. The end of a homily. Option B. A direct address to the congregation at the opening or a transitional point. Option C. A curse upon enemies. Option D. A legal declaration. Correct answer is option B. A direct address to the congregation at the opening or a transitional point. Question 96. After the Norman Conquest, Old English homilies. Option A. Continued to be copied and adapted into early Middle English, particularly Alfric's works. Option B. Vanished immediately with no trace. Option C. Were banned by William the Conqueror. Option D. Were translated into Norman French exclusively. Correct answer is option A. Continued to be copied and adapted into early Middle English, particularly Alfric's works. Question 97. The Lambeth Homilies and Trinity Homilies of the early 13th century show the influence of Option A. Classical Greek oratory exclusively. Option B. Italian Renaissance humanism. Option C. The Old English homiletic tradition, especially Alfric and Wolfston. Option D. Arabic philosophy. Correct answer is option C. The Old English homiletic tradition, especially Alfric and Wolfston. Question 98. Alfric's concern for doctrinal accuracy in his homilies reflects his awareness of Option A. Competition with Norse scalds. Option B. The responsibility of translating complex Latin theology correctly for lay audiences. Option C. A desire to entertain rather than instruct. Option D. Political ambitions for the papacy. Correct answer is option B. The responsibility of translating complex Latin theology correctly for lay audiences. Question 99. Which of the following best characterizes the overall purpose of Old English homiletic prose? Option A. Pure entertainment and storytelling. Option B. Recording pagan rituals. Option C. Moral instruction, doctrinal teaching, and spiritual edification of Christian communities. Option D. Promoting trade and commerce. Correct answer is option C. Moral instruction, doctrinal teaching, and spiritual edification of Christian communities. Question 100. The study of Old English homilies is important for modern scholars because these texts, Option A, have no value whatsoever. Option B, illuminate Anglo-Saxon religious life, vernacular literacy, theological thought, prose style, and the intersection of Latin learning with English culture. Option C, are exclusively about warfare. Option D, were all written by a single author. Correct answer is option B, illuminate Anglo-Saxon religious life, vernacular literacy, theological thought, prose style, and the intersection of Latin learning with English culture.